What's going on YouTube? Billy's Blues. It's been an interesting week. I don't know if I usually do. I feel like I do videos on Wednesdays and Sundays. Halfway through the week, and then, starting off with the mindset of I'm about to start the week. So, always try and remain positive here. At least as positive as possible. I feel like, did I get an arrow? I'm always trying to remember the movies that I've talked about and the ones that I haven't talked about. I guess it'd be as simple as going back to look at a past video. That might help out. But at the same time, I'm old and I forget stuff. So just try to keep it as fresh as I can over here. Plus, I know YouTube makes so much money off of me putting out these videos. I gotta give the people what they want. So picking up movies has been interesting the past about week or so. What should we start out with? I know what you want. Toxic Avenger. Look at that. I thought this was super cool. I think this is kind of a guilty pleasure. I do enjoy the other, the original ones that came out. I just have the Blu-ray collection. I was not in any way did I ever think, wow, let me spend $100 on this Blu-ray collection of the Toxic Avenger, that's what it was whenever it first came out. I don't know what it is now. Don't want to know. Don't care. I've got the collection in a Blu-ray. I've watched the first two. I think I've seen the first three. Doesn't matter. I rewatched the first two probably about 2 or 3 years ago. And they're silly. They're corny. They're what you expect. Is it trauma films? But this is in the same boat. And I've got to be honest with you, I actually really enjoyed it. Elijah Wood is in this. Kevin Bacon is in this. Peter Dinklage, of course, is the main character. It kind of ruined it for me a little bit once I found out that Peter Dinklage wasn't the person in the actual costume. I'm pretty sure I read it on IMDb that he's not actually the one that is in the and all the makeup and all the stuff, the special effects that they use to turn him into the Toxic Avenger, that it isn't him. But he went back and voiced over the words that the actress, it's actually a woman, is mouthing during the movie. At the same time, I'm watching it more for the story. It's a Toxic Avenger. It isn't something like if it was John Wick, part 5, and it ended up being, Henry Cavill or something like that, then that would be weird for me. I would always see John Wick as Keanu Reeves. I don't see a particular person, I guess, as the Toxic Avenger. So anyway, with that being said, that's the back. And I know it's backwards. I'm thinking about changing my name to Backwards Billy. I don't know. Kind of has a ring to it. But I know you can't read it, but it says it's not rated. So this is the unrated copy of it. And I don't know if they do sell the R-rated copy of it. I know that there is a steelbook. And the steelbook's actually an affordable price. I think it's only about $1 more than the slipcover. At least it was whenever it initially came out. So this was enjoyable. It's over the top. It is very, very, very violent. But it's, I don't know, it's cheesy. Good, cheesy fun. Next, just got this yesterday. Outland. I think I saw this, I want to say back in 2002 or 2003. So I'm going to just go ahead and say that it's a first time watch because I know my roommate at the time, he had the movie and I'm pretty sure that we watched it. I remember some here and there, but just not enough to be able to speak intelligently about it. The disc isn't in there. I'm rewatching it as we speak, and I really like what they did here, what Arrow Video did with these, with the covers and whatnot. And of course, with it being Arrow Video, it's got all types of goodies in here. Look at this. Of course, it's got some advertisements. What is that? The birthday. I don't know what that is. I'm assuming this is the poster. and then a booklet that has to talk about the movie. I'm excited. I'm excited to check this one out again. So, if you guys have seen Outland, or if you know anything about it, or if you have any opinions on it, definitely let me know what you guys think of the movie. It Era Video always does an amazing job, and I actually forgot to get one of the Era Video releases that I definitely want to talk about. Maybe I'll save that for last. It's right up there. I see it. Anyway, next, Hard Boiled. Got this hard case on it. It's thinner. On the side it isn't like a chunky Arrow box set or anything, but I mean, I guess it's about the same size as most of the Arrow movies that get put out. This movie, I've seen this. I love this movie. I've also pre-ordered The Killer. I cannot wait for that. I would have gotten A Better Tomorrow, but I didn't want to pay that amount of money for 3 films that I think, from my understanding that I've been hearing, are subpar. If it was just part 1 of A Better Tomorrow, then I would have got it. But I'm so excited to have this. I watched this yesterday morning. So definitely had a chance to check this one out. It is loud. The transfer on this is amazing. And from my understanding, I don't know if you can hear it. I'm kind of getting over a cold, so just bear with me, please. This is what it looks like when you take it out of the box. That cover, I love it. And this is also the uncut version from Hong Kong. From my understanding, there's different cuts of the movie. So there's that. It comes with 3 discs on the inside. So obviously the 4K, then the Blu-ray, and then the 3rd disc is the special features. And oh, come on. Then you get this booklet in here with it as well. I got it from Shout Factory, which RIP to Shout Factory, huh? And Scream Factory. I know they're over at Groove. I know the whole story and whatnot, but whatever. I guess businesses do what they have to do. But anyway, I got the poster that's over there, so it's pretty much the same thing as, it's this cover wrapped up in a poster. So this was really enjoyable. I cannot stress how loud this was. I think I had it at 4 on the volume number, and usually I put movies at about probably 15 to 17 whenever I want them to be decent. F1, for example, I put at 25, and that was just such an amazing movie. I'm going to keep talking about that movie for a very long time. Back to Hard Boiled. If you're wondering, the video quality of this is amazing. The audio is probably one of the best I've heard in a long time. And rewatching a classic movie, or what I consider a classic John Woo movie, in 4K, I just think it's awesome that there is a market out there where people want to get this, because at this point now, the poster's sold out, and I've heard that some people that have pre-ordered this may not get it. So if you guys have heard anything about that, then definitely let me know in the comments as well. But I like to stay in the loop. But man, Shout Factory actually did an amazing job with this. They usually do, but with this one, it definitely stands out above the rest. I'll just mention this one real quick. I know you guys probably don't really care about it, but I finally got the Friday the 13th box set in, and it's got all the movies. And I know that this one, excuse me, I know this one was going out of print, and that it was going to be long gone. So I'm very excited to have this. Obviously, I didn't have a chance to watch any of those during Halloween time, or just scary movie time, which scary movie time for me is in September and October, just because with work, with kids, life events, birthdays, all types of stuff, I don't have too much time in just to consolidate to October to watch movies, or scary movies, I mean. So definitely next year I'm going to be diving into that. And plus, I mean, I've seen those movies a bazillion times, and I don't know how much a bazillion is, but just know it's a lot. Don't go anywhere. Oh, and yes, I have movies that I have to put away because I've been reorganizing my stuff. I finally had a chance to watch Miss 45, and I'm so excited that I did. This, to me, is, as far as packaging goes, this cover is my favorite of the year so far. Maybe I should go back to see if I've said what else is my favorite. If I have said anything else is my favorite, I'm telling you right now, this is better. Look at this. Look at that. Just amazing. And then, of course, you take it out and get the actual movie, the poster. I'm thinking about actually framing this and taking it out and putting it in some sort of a putting it in a frame like on the wall or something like that. Man, I wish there was like a Shout Factory size poster. This movie was awesome. Not something that you would really want to watch, like, with your family, with your mom or your dad, or at least not with my mom or dad. But it's so short. What was it? It was 80 minutes long. It gets right to the point. Like I said, it's a very intense watch. It's about a woman who is assaulted twice in one day by two different people, which I was a little confused about, but I just went along with the story. And she ends up, the second time, spoiler alert, she unalives one of her attackers. And he has this. And she takes it and pretty much goes out and paints the town red, so to speak. I really liked it. She didn't speak a word that I can remember, at least in the... Oh, wait, she did. One word. In the movie that I can remember. But this was really good. This packaging was so good. I was looking forward to this. This is probably my favorite blind buy of the year, and it was hyped up by other channels that I listen to. So having a moment to watch this, and didn't have anybody else around, it was just me, but having a moment to watch this, it was really good, and I highly recommend it, as long as you don't mind disturbing films, to definitely check this out if you haven't seen it. I did see that there's a couple of other movies that are coming out. The Descent, should be getting that one in soon too. That is one of my favorite horror movies next to High Tension. What else? Criterion Collection starts on Friday too, so might have to go and visit Barnes and Noble and see what they have. But either way, I just want to show you guys a couple of the pickups that I got recently. I hope that everybody is staying safe, staying healthy, and I'll see you guys soon.